So welcome back, everyone. We are in part 3 of our bot training. And today's going to be an easy day. It's going to give you time to also maybe do a little bit of work on your bots. The first thing we're going to talk about is learning how to remix bots. Then we're going to have some breakout rooms, or we might just have two, or maybe we'll do it all together, just um, depending on how many people show up, where you're going to maybe share what you've done. You can share ideas, you can show what you've done, troubleshooting. We're going to have a time where we can answer questions, and then a time where maybe you'll just have time to work. And then if you have questions, we'll be here to help you. So I hope that sounds okay. Let me go ahead and, whoops, I did not mean to do that. Let me go to Play Lab and make sure. Okay, and by the way, my name is Lori Levine. I have a long title that I always forget, but basically I coordinate professional development. We have Kimberly Mullins, Stephanie Curry, and Heather Paul helping us today. So the first thing I want to show you is how to remix. And Stephanie or Heather or Kimberly, please jump in if you have anything. Remixing is really cool. It's where you can take a bot that's already there, and you should be able to see the bot page, and you can basically copy it so that you can use it for your own purposes. So Jennifer McKenzie is not here today. Let me make this maybe a little bit bigger. But she did one. She said I could use hers as to look at. She did one on really, she put in the part-time contract and the full-time contract. So if people have questions, they can go to her bot. So if we want to remix it, we just go to remix. And then it says remix there. And I am just going to put contract. And I'm going to actually not put it in that section. I'm going to put it under Reedley College. And then I'm going to remix it. So now I have basically a new bot. I'm going to put you up here, and I can do everything. It should still, if I am correct, it should still have all of the references in it. So here are the references and everything. So now this is my bot that I can use. Are there any questions on that?
I just wanted to add a comment. I added the link in the chat if anybody wanted to join the page that you're on right now.
Oh, great. Thank you. Yes. If anyone needs the link, anything like that, yeah, let us know. If you're having trouble getting in, then we can go ahead and help you later on. Okay. Her thing is cool, and she said we could actually experiment with it. So now there should be tool two. This is mine, and then this is hers. So if I go in it, and I want to experiment. Does someone have welcome to test. Okay, so it still has her name on it. So I'm going to have to change that. And I don't actually know where to change that. I guess that's probably in one of the rules. But we will get there. But if we have a question, are you ready to get started? Yes. And then it should help. So yes, I'll be happy to help you. Could you please let me know if you're full-time or adjunct? So I'll put full-time. And do we have a contract question just to see how it goes?
Oh, here's them.
Lots of information.
Yeah. Um, Ask about jury duty leave.
Sorry, duty leave. And it's thinking. And there it goes. Key points, granted leave without loss of pay. You must waive jury pay per whatever. It gives us all the information here, and hopefully it's correct. So we can see, like when we're remixing and even when we're doing our own, there's still going to be changes we need to make. We're going to need to go in there and change this. I would probably change it from adjunct to part-time instructor. Those words are slightly different, and I think part-time really shows more of what part-time professionals do on our campus, teaching professionals, and so forth. But this is a great way of, if someone started a bot that you like and you want to use that idea, then you can basically copy it and then put your own style on it. So any questions? I'm going to stop sharing.
Yeah, Laura, I just want to remind people, like people, the bots are available, like unless people hide them, right? So you can go through and do that. You remix and look at different things. It's a great way to learn how other people are doing their like guidelines and guardrails to see what people are doing, which is great. But anytime you remix a bot, you're going to want to personalize it, right? You're going to want to go into settings and make sure you talk about like, what do you want the functions to go? You want to go through all the guidelines and guardrails and make sure you're doing that type of thing. So like if I were doing it, I'd want them to cite like the section number for everything they cite for the contract, right? And so I might put a rule in there for that. Like you can add on as you go through. So I think it's, yeah. So there was a question from Paul about remixing is like creating copy, and it is, right? It's like taking a copy document and then adding onto it and expanding on it, right? It does not reset the prompt engineering. All the people's stuff is still in there, which means you do have to go through and edit, right? So if you want it to say different things, if you want to ask different questions, if you want to do that, but that's like a starting point. And then you do want to go through the reference materials, right? Make sure the reference materials are things that you would be okay with, right? That because they're curated individually by individual people. I mean, the contract's not too hard, but there may be other things you like. There's a whole bunch of MOUs for our contract, right? That aren't in there, right? So if you're doing contract, you want to add more resources. You want to look at the resources that are available currently in there, and make it your own, right? As part of that process.
Stephanie, can you show how to hide your bot so people can't see it? Because I could not figure that out.
I thought you could. Let me take a few minutes and look and see if I can find that.
Okay.
Right now, it's pretty much like everything is open because everything is free.
I thought there was a way you could hide it, but I was looking and I couldn't figure
Yeah,
it.
I think if you publish it, there's a way to publish it that you might be able to hide it.
Yeah.
And so let me
Any,
log in.
are
Again, we're
there,
all learning together, right?
yeah. Well, and that's the thing with this is it is, I mean, we are all learning. Are there any other questions? Okay, so I'm thinking 1, 2, 3.
There was another one in the chat. Let me go through it real quick, make sure I'm not missing the chat questions.
No, those are the ones I saw unless they did it privately to you.
Oh, okay. Yes, there were. Okay. There was a question about the recording, and yes, the recording will be available, and it will be sent out for like the other ones, and that we will have kind of a threefer that you can go back to and refer to, or you can share as needed.
Right. Please feel free to share this. You don't have to ask. You can share the link for the workspace. It's all good. So what we wanted to do, well, Stephanie will look that up and we'll answer that question later. What we wanted to do is break you up into groups. I think we could do 2 groups maybe, and have you talk about what you're thinking as far as your bot goes. And I think I actually have some questions here. Let me get back to that. And I remember when we did this in ours, and I was like so not prepared when we shared in the Play Lab, but it really helped just think things through. So in your breakout rooms, talk about the bot you created or want to create, maybe give each other feedback, thoughts, help each other troubleshoot. What questions do you maybe have for the whole group? And then take some time even to get started on building a bot. And you can take any of the ones that are there and remix it if it looks interesting, or you can just start from the beginning. So how much time should we give people? And we'll pop into the groups. What do you think? Maybe about 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So let me do breakout rooms. Let me stop sharing.
And Laura, I did check right now. You can't hide a bot right now, but they may be doing some functionality of that in the future. I will say when I tried to search for mine weren't searchable because I hadn't published them yet, right? But people can probably still see them within the function, but when I was searching for them, they didn't like automatically come up. These are all, it's all very transparent and very open. So if you do put one in there, people may remix it. But that's kind of the nature of building upon everybody else's work being done. Just because.
Okay. Okay. So I made 2 different groups and I'm going to open them. And so again, use this time, like maybe you've started, maybe you have an idea, talk about it. If you're all like, okay, we don't want to talk, we just want to go in there and look, and then we'll go into the groups and make sure everything is going okay. So we are back from our breakout rooms, and right now what I just want to do is share a little bit what's worked well, questions, what's helped, what do you still need to work on, and like I said, questions. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. So thanks, Tina, for sharing that. Does anyone else what other, I'd love to hear of another bot that someone else has created is working on. Paul? Or Juanita?
Hello, my
Uh,
name is Juanita.
Go ahead.
In the room, breakout room, we were talking about, well, I want to create a bot that will access my syllabus to help students be successful in the class so they can ask questions on, like, when is the test, or how many points is the test worth, or even resources. The only thing though, since it's not connected to Canvas, but we do have simple syllabus, and that does have a URL, so I can use that as a way to connect them to my syllabus
Yeah.
so that they can ask questions based off of that.
Yeah, I want to do a bot that helps students get questions answered in the class and then start, as I put in a new assignment, add in the new assignment of like PDF or whatever. So that's great. What about you, Paul? I called on you because I had a feeling like I think I heard you talk about a bot and
Yeah, this was very helpful for me because I work in the tech department at Clovis, but I hadn't really dedicated time to, set up a chat bot, try it out. So I appreciate this these sessions. So my goal going into it was creating a bot that would help students out in our open computer lab to assist with like basic tech support needs, very targeted for students, and then it would help with common questions that come up in the lab, like printing, software licensing. It seemed like a good first bot to build because there's really only a few like common questions that come up. Things outside of that are pretty, customized and would need help of a technician, but there are some common questions a bot could assist with.
yeah, it'd be great if we had bots in our Canvas course. Like, do you need help with technology? That then sent them to the right places or gave them easy instructions, and that I love that. So the bots can be embedded. Like I played around with it, and it worked pretty well. Like I don't remember if it took me out or if it still did it inside the Canvas page. So I know that was something we discussed last time. Any other questions, or do you feel like you got everything answered, or anyone else want to just share with kind of the whole group?
Lori, we did have a conversation in ours about being able to see the activity. And so I think I showed it briefly at one point in time, and I think we talked a little bit about it, but if it's okay if I share my screen real quick to show you where you can access that. So you can go in and actually see how people are using your bots.
That'd be great.
And so I'm going to go back to PlayLab. Here we go. Everybody can see my pages. So if you're using a bot, right, when you click on it, so this is a bot that I have here, and I hit edit. If you go over here to the little bar graphs, you can get some analytics, right? How many people are using it? What's and you get transcripts of the chats. Right, so you can see, like right now, you see when I searched one, right? And the other ones are going to be anonymous, right? Because I didn't require people to sign in to be able to use the bot, right? If you require students to sign in to use the bot, it will probably have their name or their number or whatever you ask them to sign in for, but mine's anonymous.
How do you have them sign in?
You can set it up at the beginning. So I think it's under settings where you can actually have them require them to sign in. But you can actually click on the transcript of the person's exploration of your bot, right? So this one, they asked for a lesson on ESL for UDL. The UDL is the Universal Design for Learning. And it's a way of redesigning your courses and programs. And so I created a bot that has kind of all the basic research about UDL and allows faculty, staff, anybody to ask questions. And so this person asked me specifically about how do I create one for adult ESL students, right? And then it gives you, questions, it gives you options and things like that, but I can see what the bot presented, right? So you can kind of see if the bot's giving the right information. And then I can also see the other additional questions. So next they wanted examples of OER books, right? So then it goes into another, information about that. But I can literally go through, it asks them to provide links. Like I can go through and see what is being asked of my bot. Is it providing the right information? Who's using it? Or is it being used, number one? And then if you need to set it up so that you can see who is doing stuff, you can do, you could set it up under anonymous, right? And so you could search by users. There's only me in here. There's a date range, and then there's different apps that you have in there. So if you kind of want to see how it's being used, that's the one way I've seen to do it right now.
Yeah, that's great, Stephanie. I appreciate you sharing that because I was a little confused last week too with it. Are there any other questions, any thoughts, anything else you want to share? If not, we can let you go. I feel like a class. You're in a class.
Good.
Well, I will just thank you all for being here. Again, I know it's the week before spring break and everyone's probably exhausted. So I hope.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lori, I just wanted to, I looked at it. It's called Starter Inputs in the Play Lab.
Which is the.
Yeah, where you can add like drop down selections, things like that. You might do starter inputs, or you can do something in settings to do it.
Perfect.
Yeah, sorry.
Nope. No,
SEO
thank you.
profile. Yeah, it's in there.
Thank you. So anything else?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it all. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I will be sending all the materials out again today, tomorrow, the next day. So please share them. I'll send the whole email with all of the recordings, all of the materials. So if someone wants it, you can just forward them that email. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Lori, for organizing this.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here and doing this because we cannot have these professional development without people hosting or giving them. So anyway, Stephanie, have a great trip. Drive safely. And Heather, I'll see you after break. Kimberly, I'll see you after break too, I'm sure. And the rest of you, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.